Hey, Missy. Hi, Dawn. How y'all doing? See if the lighting looks okay here. I think so. How y'all doing? I got one cat in the chair. The other one, Malibu, was up here, but she left. I think there was too much activity. I can't sleep. She'll probably be back. Hi, Jaya. Let me get a sip of lemon water here. Hi, Janet. How was the rest of your weekend? Did you get some artsy stuff done? Are you going to tell us what you're going to do today? Let's see. It's a little dark over. Let's go this way a little bit, maybe. There we go. Too far. We'll zoom in when I do stuff. Let's see. Laverne, how y'all doing? Hope you had a good weekend. Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society. Lucretia, got ATCs mostly done. Okay, all right. So if y'all don't know, you still have time for the ATC swap. I do have a post tab, about maybe 2 or 3 posts back on the ATCs if you want to be a part of it. It's celebrating 250th birthday of America, or if you're international, you can do something representing your country. So everybody's welcome. Hi, Angie. Let's see. Linda and Tim, and happy birthday again, Tim. Was a few days ago. Christina. Let's see. Leona says still need to send yours out. We got till the end of July. So everybody's still got time. So, yeah. Just checking everything here. And okay, Oliver left. I got more room in the chair. Okay, good. We got that. So give it a few minutes for everyone to come in. Let me get my voice going here. Let's see. Angie mailed hers out. We'll see if I have to go get a Fig Newton or something. I try to remember to bring everything up here, but after setting everything up, getting everything out I want to show, rolling the cord out down the house or through the house, getting my lemon water and everything else, sometimes forget something like a cookie. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hi, Tina Tina Sweden. Let's see. I'm not sure who LP is. Hello, LP. LPZ. There's Kat. Hi, Kat. Kat, would you put a link into the ATC post tab so that everybody can find it if they need to, if you don't mind? Thank you so much. Missy, Joyce, said hi to Lucretia. Try to catch everybody first thing. Remember, guys, if you're talking to me, put it in caps. I got all my red, white, and blue. I even fixed my watch. Look, watch band. I did a red and blue watch band. Got all my, I got my patriotic for the 4th of July is this Saturday. Is it this Saturday, I think? Thanks, Tina. Tina's putting in good mornings to everybody, which is nice because sometimes I forget people. I don't forget them. I don't see them. So thank you. Let's see. All right, here we go. There's the swap information. I'll try to remember to let me make a note to pin that after the show's over. Pin the ATC swap link. Thanks, Kat. All right, let me go get a cookie or something because I know I'm going to keep losing my voice. Hang on. There we go. Oh, like I said, I try to remember to do that before I come up. I get my lemon water. Let's see who else. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Scrolling, scrolling. Hi, Rainbow. Happy to have you. Let's see. Trying to see if I missed anybody. Let me catch my breath because I just literally ran down the stairs and ran back up. Okay, I think I got Shaz. I think I caught everybody so far. So I'm going to do the prompts here in a minute. Got a couple things to show. Tina did awesome. She's working on Leon's journey. Let me keep reading here. And just right off the top here, Natalie in Canada, you moved and you didn't tell me, so this was returned. So yeah. If you want to get with me, Natalie in Canada, you moved. Let's what else do I have? I got all kinds of things to show. We're going to color in the new. I saw this at Books A Million this week, and I did not know this was out. John Derian color book, Flowers. We're going to color in this. I'm going to probably do pan pastel and color pencil. I got my little. I just took my camera off the thing. Hang on. Let me get it fixed here. It slid off. I got my little patriotic setup here. And I haven't varnished this yet, but I did finish the little soccer ball that Denise sent. Did all in, red, white, blue, and gold. So I'm going to varnish it so none of the little stickers or anything come off. And then I just used Posca paint pens for the red and blue stripes and a gold paint pen for the dots. So I thought it was cute. I know it's pretty, isn't it, Angie? Yeah. All right, let's see if I can straighten this back up. There we go. We'll zoom in when I work. Hi, Riri. Hi, Val. Happy marvelous Monday. Isn't it cute, Janet? Yeah. So thank you, Denise, for sending that. And then I put all my patriotic stuff out. And like I said, I even did my watch band, red and blue, and I got all my. And then Arlene sent this little Sweet Land of Liberty card with a nice little note in it for me. And so I got that sitting there. And then I just pulled out some of the stuff that I had, different little things that I have that are red, white, and blue for the July week. And so, yeah, we do happy birthday week and sometimes month. We might as well do a happy birthday America week and month. Hi, Zippity Doodah. I sent out your prints. I sent them priority. I think they're supposed to be here today, Zippity Doodah. You should get them today. It's in a priority envelope. And I think it said it's going to be there today. Let me get the tracking. Hang on. Let me look. And Janet should be getting my ATCs today as well. I sent my ATC should be there to you, Janet. Let's see. Yep, it's expected today, Zippity Doodah. And Janet's yours is too. So yeah, both of y'all should be getting my mail today. Well, other people are too, but so yeah. Hope you enjoy the prints. I sent out 8 prints to a random drawing. We did a random drawing for my 30,000 subby celebration last week. So, yeah. Hi, Mama Four, Belinda. Who else? Trying to catch everybody. Scrolling. Said hi to Riri and Rainbow. And let's see, Zinjin, good morning. Scrolling. Arlene, thank you so much for the card. I just showed it here a minute ago. You're up here with my patriotic decor this morning. So yeah. All right, let me get a sip of lemon water here. So since oh, you're welcome, Zippity Doo Dah. You're welcome. Should be there today. Okay. So let's see what else I got to show. Let me go ahead and show real quick so I don't forget. And we'll also pull our prompts here in a little bit for Terry. I haven't seen Terry yet, but we pull the prompts at least for Terry if nobody else. Yes, I did. And I got my bracelets and I did my watch. All right, so let me go over here. I took a screeny of Tina's what do you call it? Leon's Journey. And you can find it on Instagram. I think I snapped this off Facebook, but either way, y'all can see Tina's trying to do the whole Leon's Journey book, not all at once because she has other things to do too. But these are some of the pages or some of the pictures out of Leon's Journey that Tina's doing. They are so good. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Good job, Tina. Let's see down here. Look how good. Look at those flowers. Oh my gosh, Tina, it's so good. It is so good. There's the frogs. Look at them. Look at that. That's amazing, Tina. It's awesome. There's Terry Brett. Hi, Terry. And hi, Evie. Debbie. I did pre-order the Halloween mystery. It's going to be here, I think, tomorrow or Thursday. I forget which day. Debbie and I read this mystery series. I think she does hers on audiobook, but so there you go, Tina. Thank you so much. Let me go over here to my Amazon so I can show that. We've read all this series and the new one. We've been waiting because once you read one of the series, you have, let's just say there's 10 in a series. These are cozy mysteries I'm talking about. You read 10 in a series and then the author's still writing them, but it's like 6 months away and you're like, come on, we need it today. We want the next episode. Tina says spotted frogs, lots of cat hair and frog spots. Tina. Okay, so let's see. What do I have here? Okay, here comes Malibu. All right. Let's see. It's going to be here tomorrow. Let me show y'all the book and the series and the author. And it's Murder at a Scottish Halloween. And Tracy Hall, there it is. And they're all Scottish mysteries. And this one is number, let's see if I can see it. 8 of 8. This is number 8. Number 8. Did you order it, Debbie? Let's see. Oh, who else am I missing? Yes, Kita. Oh, soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Yeah, I can't do that, Asa. For one, I read so many books. I'm always reading. I mean, really, I usually have 6 to 8 books going at once. Now, they're not all cozy mysteries or all different genres because that's the way I can keep track of, the situations of each one is read a lot of different genres. But anyway, you pre-ordered it and you read it or you don't get it. Did you get it yet? Debbie, because if you pre-order of audio, you probably have already got it. I'm not sure. Yes, purr. And she is purring. She is purring, by the way. I received the book. Thank you already. Cut into it. Oh, you did your patriotic book? You got it already? That's quick, Arlene. Is that the one you're talking about? The patriotic? All right. Yeah, I said to Arlene that the patriotic book I showed last week, the ephemera book, I just knew I wasn't going to use it. It just wasn't I don't know. It wasn't my flavor. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Kat. Yeah, and that's book 8. And of course, Debbie and I've read them all. No, ready to read, don't have it yet. Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Let's see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. I do have a couple things to show, and then we'll pull our prompts. Um, let's see, and I got this book, and I did pull my John Derian. I have a plan. We'll see how it works. Y'all have seen my John Derian sticker books before. These are not new, but I took a thumbnail with them with the new color book so that I could have a nice thumbnail. Also, I have an idea of maybe using some of the stickers on the page after we color it. We'll see. What else do I have to show? But I did get, but speaking of sticker books, and I will show these, I did get 2 new sticker books. I did get 2 new sticker books. They're not John Derian related, but I like these sticker emporiums. And they were at Books a Million. So, Hubster and I went to Books a Million this weekend, and they were there. They were just sucking me in. The other thing I got, and let's see. Oh, I got to talk about that. Um, okay, Cat put pin my thing there. I showed Tina Screeny. Got that. Oh, couple things here. All right, Ellen. Ellen won't be here today. She messaged me and says she has a job interview today. So y'all keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Ellen has a job interview. She's been looking for a job for the longest time. So Ellen, we were hoping the best for you um, on your job interview today. That's all I heard. She just messaged that to me. 18 hours until you get it. Okay, all right. Let's see. John Derian book Malibu approved. Yeah, it's got kind of nice paper too, Tina. Needs to see a picture of Malibu. Well, I can take a picture of it. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can get a picture over her head. Hang on. Let's see. Camera. Let's see if I can do this right. Oh, whoops. No, let's go this way. Come on. Okay. All right. So I could show that along with my picture. When I finish coloring it, let me show y'all how it looks. Hang on. All right, let's crop it. Oh, I don't think it needs too much cropping. Maybe just a little for Instagram Square. There we go. Is that good, Tina? You have the Nick Phillips new book, Lorraine. Lorraine, I have Lorraine, but that's not new, is it? I have Lorraine from years ago, unless he's republished it, which is possible. Um, I'm the real Slime Shady. Oh, Slim Shady. I can't remember what you go by. I am. But I think I have Lorraine from years ago, and like I said, he might have republished it. Do I need to go look? Do I need to go look? It's new to you, okay? Well, I'm surprised if it's new to you. I'm surprised that it's still out there, because his books, once they sell out, like Serene, they're hard to get again. They are hard to get again. Let me just take a quick look. I'm not going to take a minute, but I'm in. Okay, I saw my Serenes right there, but I didn't see the rest of my his book, so I'll have to look for it later. Let me write that down though. Look for Lorraine. Look for Lorraine color book. Because I didn't want to be in there for 5 minutes. You know, we got too much to do. So, but I did make a note to look for it. Okay. So there is that. Let's see. I did this. I did this. I have to write everything down on post-it notes because I will forget. We have a gazillion things we do every morning. Oh, another thing, and I wrote this down for those that are monetized and do, you have AdSense. I don't know if you've noticed it, but I just found it like over not a couple days, a few days ago. But when you go to your content, like over here on your sidebar, you have comments, content, you have a whole list of things. Well, if you go over there and you go click content and see your list of videos, like you'll see your lives, your videos, your shorts and all that. Well, now if you look over to the far right end of that, it will give you an estimated earnings for each video. That's new. So if y'all don't know about that, if you want to see your estimated earnings for each video, it's over on the far right hand side of your content list. Like you'll have all your lives, and then over on the far right, it'll say estimated earnings. So if y'all did not know that, you can see how much your videos are making, which is very, very nice. You don't have to go dig for it. You can find some of that stuff out if you really dug in the analytics, but now it's just right there. Okay, let's see what else. That's okay. I don't mind. I am because I like to promote the books that we use. Yeah. All right. So anyway, there you go. There's that information. I kept that. And then the other thing that I got at Books a Million, I see, baby. And I know y'all gonna go, and those of us that have our conspiracy chickens. Let me get my conspiracy chicken here. Here's my conspiracy chicken with his tinfoil hat. Maybe Janet can show her conspiracy book again. Janet actually has a conspiracy journal, and she has her passport journal. She got so many good journals, and Janet makes progress in her journals. She makes a lot of progress in her journals. Well, anyway, maybe I should send some of this to Janet. I don't know if y'all know if you watch any of those history shows, history documentaries. But David Hatcher Childress, who I've read his books for 25 years. I think I have all his books. I love wonders and mysteries and all that kind of thing, and conspiracies. I like all of it. So anyway, this is this is his magazine. It's called World Explorer: Strange Tales of Discoveries. And again, guys, I know you don't have to tell me. Oh man, well, this is my view. I mean, there's still wonder and mystery in the world. And don't let the skeptics steal it all from you. I mean, you got to be discerning. I'm not meaning that. But, have some wonder and mystery in your life. Go make you a conspiracy journal like Janet. Anyway, so yeah, this is the topics of this magazine. I think it's I don't know if it's quarterly. Anyway, but it's very well done, and it's got lots of articles, little news things, crypto corner, advertisements, discoveries, things that have just come out. And then in the back, there's a whole bunch of cartoons. It reminds me of Mad Magazine, the kind of comics that are in the back and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I got this. Yeah. Tina, be the conspiracy. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. All right, let's see what else. Oh, and Y'all know I showed this last week, and I talked about, and I'll see if I can pull it over here to show you. We pulled out this ephemera book that I've had for some time. It's a 1950s collage modernista print shop. And I told y'all that Denise gave Hubster for Father's Day um, a suitcase full of stuff, a banker's lamp, and all kinds of things. But anyway, the suitcase, I said, Hubster, are you going to use that? So, he goes, no, you can have it. So, and I've told y'all this already. I wanted to repurpose it. When I told Denise I was going to repurpose it for Samantha, she goes, Samantha, what about me? I said, well, are you going to use it? So anyway, I've laid it out. Let me pull the suitcase over here. And none of this is glued down yet, so I got to kind of be careful. But look, uh-oh, it's moving. Look, see? And it's really, I mean, it's 8-10 inches deep here. So, but I've got this laid out on the front of the suitcase, and I'm going to decorate the sides, the other side. But anyway, and it's all going to be in pink, yellow, and teal. All the background, if it's all going to be in pink, yellow, and teal. There's a little Cadillac down there. So yeah, I am working on this. And I'm also working on 5 discs, one of which I just varnished this morning. And it's a little cloudy still. And I'm going to put 2 coats of varnish on it. But anyway, so I got some discs going on. See, it's still wet. I just varnished them. So anyway, I got 5 of these that I'm working on. So I worked on that over the weekend. Let's see what else. What else? Move this, move that. I don't want to. Let me set this book over here with that. All righty. What else am I working on? I think that's all I got for show and tell this morning, except for, the sticker books. Well, I'll show the sticker books in a little while. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And do I have your address? Because I do send out, come on, mouse. I do send out thank yous. Do I have your address? If you'll send me your address, I don't share it with anybody. If you want a print or sticker, I do. I am the real Slim Shady. I'm not sure if that's the breakdown of it's all one word. But if you'll send me your address, I will send you a thank you. Okay? Because I'm not sure which. Here's my email. Let me give you my email here. Don't put any addresses in here. Don't put any addresses in here. There we go. There's my email, and just email me your address and I'll send you out a thank you. You can send me you can send me your address and email it. Don't post it here. Nobody post any addresses here. Let's see. Wait a minute. Also said we have summer meet in my town this week. Old cars and lifestyles from the 50s. Oh, cool, Asa. And if y'all haven't seen Asa's coloring pages on Instagram, they're amazing. So go follow Asa on IG and see her stuff. Hi, Dot. Is it cooling off over there across the pond, Dot? Scrolling. Janet doesn't get addresses because Arlene. Oh my gosh. We do not share addresses with anyone, guys. Okay. So I will show the new sticker books here in a little bit. Along with, I will re-show my John Derian sticker books after a while too, because I want to get crack-a-lacking. Okay, let's go ahead and pull our prompts for the day. Let me get my thing here. Let's go ahead and zoom in 1 at least here. Let's zoom in 1. Let's refocus. Okay. All right. So today is the 29th. Can y'all believe it? Can y'all believe it? June has just flew by. What year is this? 26? Oh, it's just slightly cooler, but not a lot. Okay, coming back. Oh man, Terry. I, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but why don't y'all have air conditioning? I mean, at least can't y'all get window units? Can't y'all at least get the kind that you put in your window? If you don't have central AC like, we all do over here. But what is it about Europe not having air conditioning? I don't understand. So, okay. And that's one of the things that Sam, when she did her, she did her month and a half, whatever it was, when she went to London for her study abroad thing. She was, it's so hot over here. She was, I had to go buy myself a fan. She had to go buy herself a little fan. So, I don't know. Anyway, so let's say I definitely had window units when you lived in Mexico. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I thank the good Lord every day for AC. Even though we had to get a whole new unit a few years ago. And it ain't cheap. But most houses come with AC. You know what I mean? They just come with it. You don't have to like go buy it when you get a house. It comes with it. But all right, let's go ahead and let's pull our 5 prompts. All right, so let's mix it all up here, and I'm going to try to really shuffle because Terry doesn't like to do the same thing every week. And everybody, if y'all do these, just let me know, and I'll show your stuff. Terry does it every week. She usually does it by Wednesday. Y'all don't have to, but I do suggest you at least write down the prompts so that when you don't have any ideas, you think, I don't know what to do, you can pull your prompts. So I just pull a little stack, and I pulled 5 off the top. Oh, let's see. Leona, no, I have some cooling thing. Yeah, I don't understand that. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, Terry. Midnight, wolf, periwinkle, tiger, and vampire. All right, there we go. That's kind of this is almost like an October type of prompt list. Okay, so we got midnight. And I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I have a few ideas for Inktober, but we won't get into that right now. All right, Inktober. I was going to write Inktober. Midnight, wolf, vampire, tiger, and periwinkle. That could be the flower. It could be the color. There we go. Periwinkle. There we go. So those are our prompts for the day. Midnight, wolf, vampire, tiger, periwinkle. There you go, Terry. Strange mix there. Yeah. Your fans never go off. Yeah, I know. I hear you, girl. And then in Georgia here, it is like 100% humidity. It's not just hot. We got humidity. All right. So let me put that over here where I have my little notes of that. And let me move this off the table. All right. Let's see now. Where am I? I got so many things. Notes. What do you got here? I got that. I already talked about this. Got to pin that. And I gotta remember that that the to tell y'all again about the estimated earnings showing in your creator side, in your studio side where your list of videos are. I was really, it was kind of nice to see how much each of your videos make. Is Raul here? Raul, hope you're doing well, Raul. Hope you're okay. Let's see here. What was this? Rosa D, fibs and circling with have I blow hot wind, put wet material in spray water. Oh yeah, I'm sure. People with health issues in this heat. Oh my gosh, I know, Raul, for sure. But take care of yourself. Stay as cool as you can. Stay as cool as you can. We love you, Raul. All right, what else I got going here? All right, I think we're ready to work in the John Derian book here. Let me get a sip of water. And I showed the things I'm working on. I got out my pencils and my Langau gel pens if I need them. We're going to zoom in. Let's move some of this. Just move this back just a little here. And let's zoom in one. I'm going to do a flip. Let's see. We'll flip the book first. And then I already have a page picked out. I already have a little bit of, plan. I have my pan pastels over here. I haven't pulled the colors yet, but I have them sitting over here ready to go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip. This is the new John Deere. What I like about it, now the paper is not excessively thick or anything. It's probably about a 60 weight, Tina. But the book is, let me get a ruler. Let me get a ruler here. The book is, the book is 9 by 12. The book's 9 by 12 and 20 exquisite floral designs. And all these, I think all of them, at least the most of them I recognize, they are in his sticker books and in his big coffee table book. I didn't pull his big coffee table book out. I just pulled the 2 sticker books out and this. So, and it does want to lay flat because it's got that kind of binding. But I see that because it wants to lay flat, I think they're going to probably be easily, if you keep flipping them, I think they're going to come out. But what's nice about it is, hang on, let me make a little room here. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me get a bite of Fig Newton again. I lose my voice. Hang on. Let me reach out for a second. Yeah, it is a nice size book. Thanks, Kat. Kat put a link. I don't know how much it is on Amazon. I got it at Books A Million. It wasn't cheap, but it was. And it's got a hard cardboard backing. It was $30. Just saying. John Derian stuff is not cheap. So, cream color paper. You have the print on one side and the blank on the other. And it's lightly inked, lightly printed, so you can do it without the print showing. Do you know what I mean? So, see. So I'm going to flip through and I'll show you the one. Well, you see my purple note there. That's the one I'm going to do. So, and it's one-sided. Each one is one-sided. So if you want to frame the print, there's nothing on the back. You could frame the print itself, or you could color it and take out and frame your picture, because both of them are one-sided. So it's really nice. It's well made. Oh, it's $14.99 on Amazon. Y'all, if y'all like this, you need to get it. That is cheap. Yeah. Thanks, Kat. So again, here we go. And I know it's hard to see this, but that's the point. Let me hold it. There we go. I'll hold it up just a little. I think it'll give you a little light there. So there's 20. Again, backs are blank. Well, it's got a print on it, but there's nothing on the back. So if you want to do alcohol markers, you could do that. Just make sure and put something behind it, because it'll bleed through to the next page, and you don't want to do that. Or you can just deconstruct the whole book. Yeah, exactly, Tina. Well, it did. It cost $30 at Books A Million. Okay, so there's the blank page. Then there's this one. And then also in the back is all the different flowers listed and talked about back in the back. So Janet could probably watercolor these. Now it's not watercolor paper. You'd have to be delicate and be easy on the water. You know what I mean? You'd have to be easy on the water. But I know it is, Tina. That is a deal. So yeah, let me just keep going here. So can you see so you can color along, which is what we're going to do today. Or you can color it your own. You know, you don't have to color it what they have. I'm going to add some stickers to mine when I'm done, or that's the plan. This is the one I'm going to do. This is the one we're going to do today. Okay. We're going to do this, and I'm going to start with pan pastel. I'll go out on my porch and spray it. You got to set pan pastels. You got to fixative it. And then we'll go in with pencils and Langau gel pens, the tiny ones. It says it's 50% off. Okay, well, hey, good deal, people. Good deal. So again, front and back. See how it's starting to come out. They're wanting to separate out, which I don't care. I'm going to probably take it apart anyway, but just so you know, it's because it wants, to lay it flat, and when you break that spine, they're going to want to come out of the book. So, all right, this one. There's 20 pictures. And I know it's hard to see, but all of them have a print over here lightly done. So you could do it without it showing, Because I just love John Derian stuff. So y'all know I had to get this. I mean, it was forever that nobody told me. I just happened to see it. I love my John Derian sticker book, and I have probably 3 of them. I use them all the time, and this is one that it's really used a lot in. But then when the second one came out, none of my friends told me that this one was out. So when I got this one, I probably had about maybe 6 months ago now that I found out that this was a thing, that there was a John Derian sticker book too. Oh my goodness. So there's a poppy, and that's it. And then it has the credits for each of the flowers. This came out in this year, 2026, brand new. I just saw it for the first time in Books A Million. So which pan pastel should someone start? Well, I would suggest, if you like to do color people in color books, or just draw and do them, then a portrait set. It would be my recommendation. If you're not into doing portraits and people and coloring people in color books or otherwise, then, and they come in sets. They come in all different sets. They have a floral set. They have a landscape set. There's all kinds of sets now. Mine are I have the full set, including the new 58 colors, I think 53 or 58 colors. So, yeah, or you can also, I know at Blick, you can buy them individually, and they cost about the same as a Copic marker. Let me pull a Copic marker here. They cost about the same as a Copic sketch. They're about $7 or $8. Well, that last I looked, they're about the same as one Copic marker. Now I know you can buy refills for these, but I'm going to tell you, unless you're doing huge landscapes or something on the rough pastel paper or something like that, you are never going to run out of your pan pastels. I'm telling you. I've used them for years and years, and the white is the only one that even is dug down at all. So they're just a good overall, you're never going to run out is the thing. It's like it's an evergreen supply of pastel, So, but if you like doing faces in color books, or drawing faces and doing them for faces, then I would recommend the portrait set. I'll show you all my colors in a minute. Now, I try to kind of keep them in order. I went one day about a month or 2 ago and cleaned all my pan pastels, wiped down the lids and took out all the pastels and cleaned them out and got them all back in order. Now, the new 50, either 53 or 58, can't remember, set that I purchased later after the original set, it was they're kind of, some are kind of random. They're kind of random, and they can't really be put in order, so to speak. But yeah. Okay, so there's the pan pastel site on Amazon. Kat put a link. And again, I'm not sure how much they're running individually these days. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. And I'm going to, let's go ahead and let's see, maybe I should back up for a minute. Let's back up a minute. Let's get a little bit more brightness in here. All right. Now, let me get up. I got it because they're over here on the floor, and my big ginormous cat chair takes up the whole table. All right, let me pick up the prompt bowl. Make some room on my floor here. Ugh. Okay. All right, so we'll do a little rundown of pan pastel tools and stuff real quick. I did not pull I guess I could pull that too. I didn't pull the somewhere in here the metallics, because I hardly ever use the metallics, but I do have the metallics as well. These are the metallics. These are the metallic ones. And I use them a little, but I don't use them a lot, you know. All right. So let's go over the tools first. And I will put this in my pan pastel playlist. There's not a gazillion videos in there, but anytime I color in a color book with pan pastels, I do put it in the pastel playlist. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Marilyn, Pamela, who else am I missing? If I'm missing you, I don't mean to. I do go back and scrub through and I did have this. I said, oh, maybe I'll wear this. I said, no, that's too distracting for, but I got that. Anyway, so I'm going to try to make a little room here. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, so let's see. Scroll. Oh, that I do go back and scrub through my videos to see if I've missed anybody. Hi, So Much Glitter. How you doing? Aw. Okay, so first off, here's my set of tools. And they're sort of organized, sort of neat, but you know, when you get your pan pastels, and these are white, silver, anyway, some in here. When you get your pan pastels, you really need to get at least get the little what do you call it here? This one's kind of cracked right there, but the actual soft, and it's spelled SOFFT, soft tools, because this is not the same as makeup sponges. They're not the same as makeup sponges. I've heard people say, "Oh, you just use makeup sponges." It's not the same. They don't spread and blend and everything like these soft tools do. And you only have to have the handles. You just buy there's I think 3 or 4 different size handles. You only have to buy these once because you can just, you know, you swap out the little tips as they, you know, break down. And they will break down, especially the pointy one. This one breaks down the most because it's so delicate. But you can also take them off and turn them over if they start getting worn on one side. The other thing too, and I do need to get a paper towel. Let me grab that. I've never washed any of these. Okay, I need to probably move my book because I'm going to get it messed up here because there's stuff will fall through this little box. Let me move it over here for a minute. You can clean your little tools off on a paper towel, and even though they're stained, they're not going to transfer over to anything because you get all of it off, and it's good. And so here's one of my whites right there. We'll pull the white there. And then these, I'm still, even back when Bernadette owned Pan Pastels and I sold it to Golden, I have been in contact with Golden. I have got likes and checks and you know, they know that they need to do this for me. I've been after them since Bernadette was the owner of Pan Pastels, to make one of these sponges bigger, about maybe about 5 inches, you know, maybe something about this size, to make these sponges bigger for a palette to blend on. So I blend on these. As you can see, there's some skin tones, there's some blues and greens, there's some, you know, I use these to blend on. So they need to make a palette out of the soft materials. Uh, oh, let's see. Nats. Who else is coming in? Melinda, Joyce. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple of the tools here. This one needs to be changed, so I'll go with this one. And they come in, I think, like I said, 4 different ones. The other thing that I use is a one of these electric erasers. I use that, especially on color books. I don't know that I'll use it today, but I'll pull it out. And then I have here's all the different. I've got 2 different size, and you can change these out. You can change the little tips out to different sizes. I got that one. I got this AF matte one with a tiny little eraser, and then I've got all the replacement erasers. Just you buy 1 pack of them, you get 100. You're never going to use them all, but anyway. And there's all different sizes of these sponges. And again, I don't use these sponges because I do everything little. But if you're doing big landscapes and everything, you're going to want to use these big sponges to blend and stuff like that. They have this size, it's little size. They have all different sizes of the sponges. Okay. Anyway, and then a kneaded eraser. This is very important because anytime you and pan pastels can erase. You can erase them. Okay. But before you spray or you want to clean up something, you want to get your kneaded eraser in there and clean up any debris, dust, smudges, anything, because once you spray it, you're stuck. It's not going to erase. Okay, so a kneaded eraser. I'm organized. I try to be. I do so many different things. And I am, what do you want us to call you? I'm sure you don't want us to call you Shady. Do you want us to call you Shady? I know you. I know I've seen you before, and I think you've told me your name. I just don't remember what it is. So do you want us to I'll show you the spray I use. Hang on. And I know there's other sprays out there that are like pump sprays that are better, eco-friendly, but I don't like them. They don't work as well. They leave spots. This is my favorite spray, Grumbacher Final Fixative Matte. And I say this every time I show this. I use Final Fixative because it has less smell than the workable fixative. I just like the Final Fixative. But here's the thing. Make sure it says matte. There's also a gloss. You do not want the gloss fixative. Make sure you get matte fixative, whether you get Grumbacher or another brand. Make sure it says matte. The 2 Grumbachers, the gloss and the matte, look almost identical in the can. And I've accidentally bought the gloss before. So make sure. Well, now my mouse isn't too bad yet. It's fairly new mouse, and my new keyboard comes with this plastic over it, right? So yeah. So Janet's happy to know that. Anyway, so yeah, Grumbacher Final Fixative Matte. This is what I use, and you do have to spray. And what I usually do is, and you can do multiple things. You can work for a while, spray it, come back and put more pan pastel, spray it again, work with pencil. Now, I don't fixative any color pencil. The only time I'm fixativing any color pencil is when it's in conjunction with my pan pastels, because I have to set the pan pastels. Okay. So, but you can spray over your pencil as well. Okay. I see y'all dissing on me back there, Janet. Okay, so I think that's all I'm going to pull is my kneaded eraser. These 2, those 2, and this. Okay, and if I need anything else, it's just right over here to my side. All right. Uh-oh. I set off one of my. I can hear it buzzing. I set off one of my. I set it down over and went, bleh. Okay. So I'm going to show you my pan pastels and how I try to. I think this is one of the part of the new set, and I think I'm going to use some of these colors today. Let's see. Here's the picture. This is what I'm going to do today. We're going to do this. So I probably will need some of these pinks. Now, they do have how they're, let me get the normal, regular set here. How they usually come is 4 different shades of one color. For instance, let's go over here to this green one. They have the permanent green tint, the permanent green shade, and the permanent green extra dark. They all do that, or except some of the new colors. They have the tint, the color, the shade, and the extra dark. And they should be kept all in a row like this. And I do try to keep them all in a row, keep them all in their little happy spots. But when I take out 10 or 15 different colors and I'm ready to pick them up, I'm slapping them back in there. Oh, that's a yellow. That's close enough. I don't necessarily get them all back in the order that they should be if you want to use the correct colors, you know. So, but these are some of the new ones. And so, like, for instance, this one right here, this is a primary yellow, and there's not a shade, a tint, and an extra dark of that. These are some of the new colors. Orange medium, vermilion shade. So these two are together. But anyway, so there's not necessarily 4 of every color, especially if you get the 53 or 58, I can't remember what it is, extra new colors. And they are in a plastic here. So let me just take this off so you can see. Look how pretty they are. Look how pretty. Come here, my precious. Anyway, yeah, they are really pretty, and they're very concentrated. They're highly pigmented. Is there even a duplicate in the set? No, there's no duplicates. Well, I should say I have a duplicate. I have some extra whites, but I don't think even with the new 58 that there may be, and I think View did a review on it, and she might have said there was 1 or 2. I did not notice, and I didn't really look. So, I mean, I didn't do a deep dive. So, yeah, if there is, it's going to be 1 or 2. All right. So Devin said, yes, there is. There may be a couple. Okay. So these are some of the new colors, and these are some of the new colors, I think. Yeah, these are the new colors. Now, when you buy them, if you buy them individually, and I'm going to try to keep the lids together because they do get, a little bit of crumbs on them. So I like to try to keep them together. And I just cleaned all my sets, and the lids and everything. I took everyone out, cleaned out every little one because it does, gets a little messy, not too bad. But anyway, they're very highly concentrated. And as you'll see when we work with them, and very bright, very pigmented. And I know I think of some more adjectives as we go along. I love my pan pastels. All right, so let's see. What I was going to say is you can buy them individually in little tins with the lid on them. They come with a lid if you buy them individually. If you buy them in the trays, they don't come with lids. At least the sets I have, they did not come with lids. But you can see that they're able to be stacked up. You can stack them. The problem with that is you can't see them. You can't see them all, right? You have to unstack them to see them. And does that one go there? Did that one go there? Did that one go there? See what I mean? But anyway, if you buy them and you can get them in littler sets like this. Like I think the portrait set has this many, and you can get the bigger sets, and so you can buy them in bigger sets like this, and they just come with this kind of lid here. They don't come with the screw tops, but you can stack them. But that's good for saving space. But I don't know. I think just stacking them in these trays is not any more space than stacking them up, screwing them together. So, okay. So anyway, You don't stand a chance. And did I miss your name? I am Shady. Otherwise, I'm just going to call you I am Shady unless I see your name again or somebody can tell me again. Okay. So there's those. Here's some brown. I'm not pulling colors yet. You're going to see the reflection of my camera up there. My camera situation is it's a webcam and it hangs down from a yardstick. The yardstick goes across here and it's tucked in the bookshelf with some weighted things on the yardstick. And but I can swivel it. You know, I can swivel my yardstick with my camera on there. Let's see. I think I may need to let's just adjust this a little. Bring it down just a little. There we go. So am I missing anybody? Sasha said hi to Devin. All right, so then there's these colors. And again, I have not picked colors yet. Here's some of these, and this is less because this is one of the sets that came, you know, the 50 whatever, you know. These are some of the older sets that I have here. This one. So I'm going to this is what I have a lot of my portrait stuff is right in here. And all right, so I'm going to look. Let me wipe off the excess here. And you want to keep your hands as clean as possible. The other thing is when you are working, let's just say we're working over here on this one, which we're going to do here in a minute. And I've got the pan pastel out, and someone goes, "Oh, well, what color is that?" Don't. And this, of course, I'm streaming, but don't do this accidentally when you're trying to see a color. Don't turn it over on top of your page and let the crumbs and dust fall on your page. Don't do that. Also, and I tell y'all this all the time, and I know it sounds kind of funny, but let me see if I can get a paper under here. Let me get a scrap paper somewhere. Oh, also, well, remind me, let me make a note because I say, y'all remind me, and then sometimes I don't see it. Large paper sale. Let me write that down. I'll tell you all about a large paper sale at Hobby Lobby after a while. All right, so let me just get a piece of scratch paper here. Do I have one handy? Let's see. I know I have this is just a foam board covered with paper, and underneath of it I keep scrap paper and stuff. Anyway, one of the things that I tell y'all to be careful of, you probably don't have to be careful of it if you're not streaming, but if you're streaming, you're talking. Okay. If you're streaming, you're talking, and you got to be careful of this because I know, trust me, I know from experience. I'll just tell you, don't sneeze or if you're talking on stream, you got to be careful not to do this because, and I don't spit, I'm not going to spit on my paper. I'm going to use some water. I'm just going to put just a little bit. Let's see if it came down. All right, so let's just say I'm talking or you sneeze or anything. You just don't want this to happen because you will ruin your page. And unless you paint over it, you're not going to fix this. All right, so let me just get a little purple here. Look, this is what happens when you get any water. If you get water on your paper, see? There's no getting rid of that. You can't, that does not erase. That does not erase. Okay? Exactly, Arlene. But I try to tell y'all these tips because I know I've been through it. You know, I want y'all to be prepared. Okay, so let's see what colors I do want to pick now. I'll pick all my initial colors here, and then we'll I'm sure I might need some more, but these are the colors I'm going to need. All right, so I'm going to probably take this one and this dark purple, and I'm going to need a blue in there. Okay, do I need anything else on here? Because I'm also going to use the Langau gel pens and color pencils. All right, I may need this light color. We'll see. All right, so now I'm going to take these. Do I need anything else out of here? I might need this pink for this flower here. Okay, we'll separate them out. See, and I've got it on my finger now. I'm getting it on there. I don't care if I get it over here, but I don't want to mess. You can erase. Remember, you can erase. All right, so there's that. All right, out of the blue here, I'm going to need a nice. What is that one going to be the best? I think so. That one might be the best. Okay, I'm looking. I might have to go back. We'll see. Okay. And then, of course, you don't want your cats in here either. Malibu got in my red, yellow, and blue pen pastels once, and you can't wash a cat and get rid of it. It just smears. If you try to get pan pastel off of a white cat, it is just going to smear. These are non-toxic, so you just gotta let them clean themselves for weeks until they're clean again. Yes, you can put pan pastels on. They play nice together. Yeah, yeah, you can. You can do that. All right, so let's see. Do I need any of these colors? Not right off. And I may wait. Well, I can if I come across the greens, I'll get those out. Okay. All right, let's just put those down there. All right, here's some of the greens. I'm gonna need. I think I'm just gonna need a nice like. No, I think I'm gonna go more with the olive greens down here, but I might need this one kind of brighter green. And I'm gonna have to find my pinks. Did I already go through my pinks? Maybe I haven't got to the pinks. Okay. All right, let's go with that. Here we go. All right. So for this, I pulled, this is one of the older pinks, and then these are the newer pinks. And you don't have to match them exactly, you do what you know. I'm just kind of trying to for sample purposes. And you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot of different colors. You can blend them, right? You can blend your colors. So there's multiple colors when you blend. I'm just going to pick those two. I am going to need a yellow. I don't know that I want that bright yellow. I'm going to go for the other yellow. Okay, so let's move that for now. And then I'm going to go with this yellow, which is actually a green, I think. Oh, it's Hansa yellow. So we're going to go with that just for the little yellow in there. And I'm going to go with this olive green and this darker green. Do you want that dark green? Yeah, probably. All right, that's good enough for now. All right, we're going to go with these. So you see when I'm done here, oh, and I probably will need a black. I might need black for just the very darkest darks. Okay, don't need anything else. Looking. I got my white over here. All right, so that's all I'm going to pick for now. If I decide I need something else. So as you can see, when I pick these out and when I'm done today, I'm going to say, well, do I really want to go through and try to match up exactly where each one of these go, or do I want to just slap them back in? Anyway, all right, let me see what everybody's saying here. Let me scroll back. Here. Oh, working with pastels cute. Yes, yes, Tina. All right, answer that. The only thing you could try would to vacuum your cat. Yeah, my cat's not going to let me vacuum them, Tina. And these are so concentrated. They are so concentrated, guys. I can't tell you. Mask off the focal image and use superfine atomizer to spritz the outer background. Then she put the pan pastels on the spritz. That sounds. I'll have to go back and read that later, Arlene. That looks complicated. I'll look at it. I do use my pan pastels and inks for backgrounds with stencils. Okay, so let me just kind of see if I can keep these things where y'all can kind of see them, the colors. But at the same time, I'm going to have to zoom in or you won't be able to see me, do anything. All right, so there we go. Let's come over here. All right, so for instance, look, see how I smeared something right there? All right, so then you take your kneaded eraser and you can erase it right off. Okay, here too. Uh-oh, so I told y'all there were loose pages in there, but that may be easier for me to work. I think what I will do, because I'm going to take them out anyway when I put them in my binders and stuff, I'll move this over here. See if I can do that. No, I'm going to have to do it over here. It's going to have to go this way. It just will because I'm right-handed. All right, let's see. All right, where'd my kneaded eraser go? There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to get rid of any excess sitting here from that while I was showing colors. Kind of got everywhere. Kneaded eraser, then just fold your kneaded eraser over and cleans it. Says the pastels just last forever, very long time due to them being, yes, they're very concentrated. Somebody had that question. I have had these for years. You can barely tell I've used them except for the white. The white's the only one that you can really even tell. And let me just blow the dust off of that one so I don't make a mess. Okay. All righty. Let me push back some of my 4th of July stuff there. Okay, so let's see what we can do. You know what? I'm going to take a quick break before we get crack-a-lacking. And I will close the door so the cats don't come in here. Let's do a BRB. And I will be right back. All right. Don't see any cats in here. That's one of my rules when it comes to pan pastel. Okay, I better keep this door closed so they don't get any ideas because my pan pastels are all sitting over here on the floor. I'm going to pull out a couple baby wipes. You want to try to keep your hands as clean as possible so that you are just kind of keeping it neat. You know, it is, they're not like, the difference about pan pastels, and I didn't think I would like them for the longest time. I didn't even want to try them because I thought they were chalky and dusty like regular pastels are, and they're not. They have some kind of formulation, and I'm not going to say they're oily because they're not oily at all, but they're just so compact. They're just not chalky and dusty. They do dust up a little, but they're not like they're not like regular chalk pastels. All right. All right. So let's see. And like I said, I just clean my little tools off on a paper towel. Uh-oh. Just hit something here. Hang on. There we go. Let me move my mouse away from me. I don't trust myself. All right. So let's see. Let's zoom in here. And I might do different zooms as we go so that, you know, when I start doing color pencil or Langau gel pens or anything like that. Now, let me say this. If I'm going to use the Langau gel pens, I will use those at the end to do like these veins. I've not tried to fixative over the Langau gel pens. Now, the Langau gel pens are water. They will move with water. So I don't want to put down Langau gel pens or any gel pen that can be moved with water and spray it unless I would do some major testing before you did any, you know, ruin a piece that you've spent some hours on, right? If I do like little veins or anything with the Langau gel pens, I will do that after I've sprayed it, fixative, everything else is done. So yes, don't spit. Yeah, don't spit on your page if you blow on it. But there's not a lot of dust with these. Just saying. All right. Now let's see where I'm going to start. I'm going to go ahead. Let me just make some room here. Get this thing kind of set up, and I'm going to start with where's my keep your what do you call it handy? Your kneaded eraser. Just so if you got anything on your hands and you touch something, it's going to transfer over. Right now, this page is loose. So, okay, so let's see what we can do here to start. I'm going to start with the purple, and I'm just going to put a base of the light purple as a base. I'm going to start with that. And I'm just going to cover the whole thing. I'm going to cover the whole thing with the purple, the light purple. Okay. Again, I'll zoom in more when we get down to some details. Okay, so right now I'm just going to put down a base of purple over the whole thing. And if you go out of lines, again, especially when I'm working in a color book, you know, it's a little different when I'm working on a portrait or something. But when I'm working in color books, if you go out of lines, it's no big deal because you can just take either your little eraser and get into little places, or your kneaded eraser and go around and move, get rid of any what do you call it, out of line stuff. Okay, so there's just a base of that. Now I want to do, I think I'll go with this blue. I'll go with the blue, and I'm going to just, before I start putting a heavy blue down, I'm going to just put it on my little blendy thing. I love these sponges. It's kind of like when you do watercolor, that you want to put your watercolor in a palette and water it down and then work out of a palette rather directly right off the, full pigmented watercolor. Hi, Starla. Bye, you girl. Anybody else I missed? Okay. So you're picking up less. You're kind of, breaking it down a little bit and getting it smoother. All right. So now I know I'm just looking over here. Now I'm going to put this color down. Let's see. I think that blue may not be bright enough. It's a little too, I'm going to go ahead and put it down just a little bit, but I'm going to get a different blue out. I want a brighter blue. This is not quite bright enough. Okay. And you do want to take your time. I know I'm going to be kind of rushing because, we're trying to get crack-a-lacking on a stream. All right, so this is a good blue for maybe some more blending or something, but that blue is much brighter. And I know y'all probably can't tell. Maybe I need to turn the brightness down. Let's see if I can turn the brightness down just a little so y'all can get, I'm trying to get as accurate of colors. Let's see. That might be a little better. Okay. Let me go back over here to my blues. And do I want one of these blues? Let me see. Or do I want one of those other ones? All right, let's see. I think I might have to go maybe with that blue. We'll see. It might be a combo. I might have to blend them together. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and see about this blue. And again, just wipe everything off on a paper towel. Oh, Bayou Girl is Slim Shady. Oh, she changed her name? But I still don't know what you want to go by. Okay, so let me write that down too. Hang on, I got the little shady thing over here. Okay, so Bayou Girl. Okay, that's good. Bayou Girl equals I am. Okay, got that. All right, got it. All right, so now let's go ahead and do the same kind of thing here, but with this little bit brighter blue. Yeah, that's going to be better. That's closer to, and it's hard for y'all to probably tell here, but yeah, that's better. It's a pretty bright blue on these irises. And again, I'm going to try, I don't know how far we'll get today. I'll do my best. I'm just kind of going back over. Put it in caps, guys, if you have a question. So when I glance over there, I'll be looking for anything in caps because I can't sit and read chat or we will do nothing. We'll get nothing else done, as y'all know. Okay. And this is a little different blue. It needs a little bit of purple in there, I think. Do I have a better purpley blue? Let me look down here. Let me look at my blues again. No, I think it'd probably just be just as well to just go ahead and start using the purple and start putting that in here. Let's see. All right, let me get the blue off there. And see, look, I got a little too much blue right there. I'll just take my eraser and erase it out. Okay. So I'm kind of getting that dark area. It's not quite to the edge. And then right in here, it's real dark. My watch is telling me it's time to stand. Okay. And they're just so creamy and easy to blend. And it is smaller. Looks, I mean, it seems, well, maybe not. Maybe it just looks, no, maybe it's the same size. It's just my perspective of it looks a little, I guess they are the same size. Okay, let's get in here. I'm just trying to get all the basing done. And again, tight details can be done with color pencil. And I'm going to use some of the gel pens just because I want to. But you can't spray the gel pens, or at least I'm not really using a light touch. I'm really kind of mashing it in, actually. I'm really kind of mashing it in. It's going to depend on how much you pick up, you know. Okay, let's see. Well, this one up here is purple. I'm trying to just follow each petal. Okay, right in here. Ooh, right in there, because I'm going to add that other purple here in a minute. It's dark right in there. Turn my head. Don't want to cough on your page. All right, let's get some color in here. And right up in there. All right, so I'm just getting a base color down. Let's see, Nadia said hi to Missy. Hermie, hi Hermie. Anybody else coming in I missed? All right, so let's get that. All right, now I want my dark purple here too. Okay. You'll just have to bear with me as I work it. I start to blend it in. They'll blend. Trust me, they'll blend. And don't feel like you have to do every little, you don't have to copy it exactly. Don't, if you're working in this particular book or anything that you're trying to kind of replicate, don't, or whether it's a photo or something else that you're working with, otherwise you're going to just totally stress yourself out. Oh my gosh, that doesn't look exactly like it. It's okay. If you have any questions, just put it in caps. I am glancing over to see, if y'all say anything or ask me anything, rather. Now, just did a little, got to be careful about that. You don't want to spit. I did get me when you do that, and it's going to go back over here if you blow, on your pen. It's not very chalky. It's not chalky like regular chalk pastels, but there's a little bit, I got one of those. I got a new, what do you call it? Air. It's not a can of air. I should show it to you in a minute. Anyway, I got a new thing to get rid of dust and stuff off my table. Let's see. Right in here is dark. And right there. And there's a little bit of dark in here. I should probably clip this. Let me do that because it's moving too much. It's aggravating me. Let me get a little clippy. I just need to clip it to the page behind so it's not moving around until I go to take it outside. There we go. Get a sip of water. Okay. So you see the colors coming together here? A little shadow in there, a little shadow in there. Okay, that's pretty good in there. Okay. A little darker in here. Okay, so I got to start there. Right now I'm going to clean off my, just clean off a paper towel. And every now and then I pick up my baby wipe and just kind of get any dust off my hands. Did I say to you, Mama 4? Hi. Yeah, Devin's husband is having knee surgery. Is it this? I think it's this week. Devin, are y'all at the hospital yet? Or going this week? There, it's out of her city, so that's why I'm asking. All right, so I'm just getting rid of any little excess, anything sitting around. All right, let's go ahead and just put in as much of the purple of his surgery as the. It's hip surgery. It's this morning. Did he already have it? Did he already have the surgery, or is he having it as we speak? And we're your distraction, which is fine. Well, you're in the waiting room now. Okay, well, we're all saying a prayer that all goes well. The doctors are very knowledgeable. The nurses are very patient, and the nurses are very kind. The doctor is very smart, that there'll be no complications. And we're all praying that that's the case for him. All right. So just get a little green in here. Amen. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and put some green in here. I'm going to go ahead and get these base colors in. Then we'll get in there with the detail. That's how I work. I like to get the base in. It's all about the base. So this is just basing this green in. Then we'll get in some other colors. There's a kind of a minty green there too. I don't know if I'll get in the weeds. I don't know if I'll get in the weeds with some of those little colors because I do want to try to get as much done as I can here. All right, now let's get the the olive green, and let's get the dark green here now. Get in here. And this tool is pretty pointy, but it's not a color pencil pointy. You know what I mean? You can't get the same detail that you can a pencil. That's why when I say I'm going to go back, I'll also go in here with color pencil or the Langau. I could get those veins with the color pencil. I just thought I would, play with the Langau gel pens too. But, it's hard to do that with this. I mean, there is there's one tool that's a little bit smaller, but not a whole lot. So let's see, where's my green here? Let's go over here to the green one. Yes, the pointy soft tool. But it's still not as pointy as a pencil. You know what I mean? Like this little side there. And Devin's real good with pan pastels too. Hang on. Let me get a sip of water. She did post her new July schedule, but I can't tell you where it is, right? Maybe if Kat wants to try to find the schedule for Devin this month. When she gets back from her hubster surgery, I don't think they're going to be gone long, are you, Devin? I mean, I think y'all are going to like, it's not exactly outpatient, but it's not supposed to. Bye, bye, you girl. Make sure and send me your address. Okay, make sure and send me your address so I can send you a thank you. But I don't think she's going to be gone that long. Am I correct, Devin? Okay, I need now clean my brush off here, and I need a little bit of the, what do you call it, the olive green here. Janet, what are you going to do today on your stream other than show ATCs? I hope mine get there. I hope my ATCs get there before your stream is over. And the other thing too that's nice about this is, and I'm going to try to do it with my electric eraser. If you need to, like, you got too much in one place or something, you can go in here and erase it. See how I erased some of that dark there? Same thing for right here. It needs to be a little lighter. So you can get more detail with one of these than you can with, but you can get pretty detailed with your kneaded eraser because you can make it nice and pointy, you know. Kind of blend that out there. See how that lightened it up like that? Thanks, Tina. Tina put in Janet's. Hi, CB. Don't know. I'm open for suggestions. Well, show your conspiracy journal again. Okay. And the other thing, too, that's, you know, like I use one of these brushes a lot for, pencil work and stuff. I don't suggest that for something this big. I would suggest, because you don't want to smear. It's easy. It can smear pretty easy. I would suggest getting just a small little brush like this to get rid of like any little like the eraser where I just used this eraser and it left a couple crumbs. You don't want to go hog wild with the big, brush. Just, kind of get in there with something small and delicate. And then like here's a little bit of smear over here. I'm just going to remove that. You can just, clean it up a little bit. Okay. They'll still with the tour. All right. Let's see now. Let's go in here. I'm going to clean. I'm gonna try to clean as much as I can off my little. And if you're, maybe this, I'll do a sample here. Let me go over here to my tools. Let me get over here. Let's see. Okay. This will be a good time to show you because this one is starting to tear. See how it's starting to tear? They'll last an hour or two. You will go through these kind of quickly, these pointy ones. Okay. You'll go through them kind of quickly, but you get a whole pack of them for really inexpensive. So I could turn this over and use this other side because this side's kind of wearing. So I'm just going to set that there. I'm going to get the new one. Now, when you use these small ones that are just put it on there and just very gently put, don't pull or yank on it because these will tear. Look, where's that other one I had earlier? Oh, I guess I didn't pull that one. They will tear. The soft tools will tear, so be gentle with them. Okay, now I want to get in here with some pink. So let's start with the light pink here. And I'm just going to base the whole thing. So I'm not going to put any on the little sponge because I'm just going straight, just solid pink on the whole thing to get this based in. We'll see how far we get today. Now, this kind of does take a minute. I'm not going to lie. This does take a minute. If y'all want, I usually don't like to do part 1 and part 2. I just usually don't like to do that on my streams. But if you want, if we don't get very far on this, I can do part 2 on Wednesday. where we get in there with pencil and do pencil work, more pencil work. Um, Most of the times, and I have had people ask me, well, why don't you, do multiple parts so that we can see it from start to finish? For me, the main point of my show and my streams is not to do a tutorial where I'm going from A, B, C to a completed page on stream. I'm not trying to do tutorials. And I try to say that not too often, but nothing wrong with tutorials. And a lot of people love, all right, get the blue number so and so pencil, and we're gonna, get this number, this pan pastel phthalo blue. I don't do that, okay? But I try to show y'all the overallness of things, so you could get the big picture. Do you know what I mean? You want me to continue on Wednesday? Yeah. Now, and something like this, because I am not going to finish this in an hour, and I like to try to, I try to wrap it up between 11 and 11:30. I'm not going to get to I'll probably get to the point where I can go downstairs and spray it. you know, but so maybe I will continue this one on Wednesday, but I usually don't do that. I try to just get enough for y'all to see. Like I might do this and then one completed leaf spray and then work one little leaf so you can see what it looks like. So you get the steps, but not, I don't have to show you a complete step. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? So, but we might do it for this. So, all right, let's see. Is Dorothy behaving? Thank you, Kat. Yeah, everybody thumbs up. All right, so there's that, and I might have to get also one more darker pink out. All right, let me get one of my sponges here. Let's see which one's good. Let's go with this one. Okay. So I use these little sponges like a little palette, but Golden, if you're watching, we need a bigger palette. All right, so let me get in here now and get as far on this flower as we've got on this one so far. Okay. Just get a base in here. And I used to just do my portraits just in color pencil. And if y'all want to see my portraits, I've shown them. Just look under my color pencil portraits playlist. I'm not sure exactly which ones, but I show them quite often. But since getting pan pastels, I do use pan pastels not as extensively as I do the color pencils. Is this good? Do I need to? Well, I think I'm going to leave it like this until we get to penciling, as far as not zooming in. So I do use pencil. Let's see, this has got kind of a nice little shadow going all the way across there. In my portraits, pet and people portraits, but now I do like to use some pan pastel too. You need to tap on your glass to get. They've seen it because I've seen thumbs up on it, so I know they've seen my request. They've seen my request to make a palette, but I don't know what it involves and entails. Are they still just selling the stuff that they bought from Bernadette? I don't know. I don't know what pan pastels. They did put out those new 50, whatever, 53, 58 new colors, which I did buy. They did do that. So now we'll get that yellow in there too. There's a little bit of gray blue, like it's not really I don't know what you call it. It's kind of it's like a gray blue in there. So I think I'm going to get out a gray blue and put some of that in there too. It's very subtle and you probably can't see very well. You can kind of see it there in this camera. Oh, thank you, Kat. Kat's putting in some links there. All right, let's see. Let's go over here. So I think I will get out some of that gray blue. And I'll probably need one darker pink as well. Although I think if I mixed the gray blue in with that pink, that would do the trick. Let me go over here and look at my, let me just pull, see, I'm just going to look at each color tray here. Is it that one? It's kind of this color here. It's kind of a green. It's almost that color. This is turquoise extra dark. If I use it lightly, I think I can work with that. I think that's almost. Let me hold it up to the camera. If you can maybe see. All right. Let me kind of wipe my hands off again. All right. Let's see if you can see. All right. See that little bit of blue in there? Can you tell that it's that color? Just lighter. I mean, lightly applied. So that's what I'm going to roll with. We're going to try that. Okay. All right. Let's get, I'll just use it on the same one here. I'm going to just kind of wipe the excess pink off on the, what do you call it, on the paper towel here. And then I'm going to put some of that on there. See that? That's the color. Let's see. You can lightly see it, Tina. Okay, Tina's my old Toyota Corolla was that dark green color. You love that little car. All right, let's see if I can just do a light touch here. Let's see if I can do a light touch. And I'll have to get out a darker pink. And I want to show y'all, I'll do another, see, I won't be able to get to it today because this is not, I'm going to finish this on Wednesday. Well, hopefully. But I will show you kind of the idea I had with the stickers here in a minute. I don't want to get too heavy-handed with this. I can always lighten it up with some lighter pink or an eraser. So, but I do want to get out. Let me clean that green off my. See, I'm just over here just wiping everything off on a paper towel. Let me go over here to a darker pink. Let's see here. I'm sure that's not quite the color. Let's see. It's probably going to be in here. It's probably going to be this kind of magenta color. Okay. Am I Miss Hi Joyce? Anybody else? Okay, now let's go ahead and go back over here. Can y'all see the progression of the shading as we go, I hope. Yeah, I think it's showing up. Again, details, little lines and tiny little inside of the flower areas. It's going to be done with pencil. Okay. And I know there's pastel artists that use the pan pastels exclusively and they'll do a whole flower, a whole portrait. I'm just a mixed media person. I love using a little everything, you know? And that's just the way I roll. So I think y'all can see it coming together. Up under that little flower there, right around the bottom of that one. Okay, I don't want to go overboard here with this darker color at this point. I think I just want to flesh it out. Do you know what I mean? All right, so now let's go ahead and clean my tool off again. See? Just over here, cleaning it off. And if this gets full, just flip your paper towel over and keep going. Oh, thanks. All right, so now I see a little bit of dusty here, like where I might have set my hand. Again, I'm going to wipe my hand off with the baby wipe and then get the kneaded eraser in any areas that I've gone out of lines where I don't like it, or, just got some dusting or. Okay. Or if it's over on this page, anywhere, you just need to clean up, keep it clean. Keep it clean, people. You'll be glad in the end that you did. Okay, so now I'm going to get the yellow and just base in. Let me really make sure there's no purple on my yellow here, or on the little tip here. All right, so now I just want to kind of find the little it's not stamens. I don't know what that part of the flower is called. All right, so see, this is already starting to break. See? So I'm going to just be real gentle. And in a minute, I'll probably just turn this over. It does wear down on these pointy ones. Okay, there's the yellows. This has just a touch of yellow in there. Not too much, just a little touch. And there is a little break in that stem right there. Again, any little crumbs from the eraser. Do that. Makes me put everything on. Exactly, Arlene. All right, so let me just take a quick little break. I'm going to turn this little thing over to the other side because you can use both sides unless it completely breaks off, of course. So, and the only one that really wears out quickly is this little pointy one. These other ones don't wear out near as quickly. Like these right here. They don't wear out near as quickly, but you don't use these as much either. You know? All right, let's see. What else do I want? I think I want something a little more. I'll fill that purple in just a little more. And it's kind of a different lilac color than what I have. I could blend it, but let me just, it's like one shade darker than this. I could probably blend that and this together. Let's just try. Let's try to blend those two colors together and see what happens. Okay, we're going to blend that color and this color. And you're not going to cross contaminate. It's not going to hurt it. If you get a little of one color in the other, this cleans up very easily. So. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so see how I'm getting that, I'm kind of getting that middle. See how the difference? it's not that dark and it's not that light. See how I got that? And look, see? See how perfectly that matches? Now again, all the little veins, I wanted to try to use the Langau gel pens, but we're not going to get to that today. We'll have to do that on Wednesday. Look at that blue. I'm not loving that blue. I'm gonna have to mix that blue as well. Let's go ahead and just finish this purple though. Then I'll mix that blue because it's not the exact color I want. It's too light or too dark. So let's go ahead and finish this first. Because I did want to kind of show the stickers too and kind of my idea I want to do. Since we're not going to actually get to it today. Pulling that out a little. And just got to take your time. I know when I'm streaming, I do try to, get as much done as I can. But let's see, I need the dark purple here. Get back in there a little. See how it's starting to come together though? Speaking of cars, bet you're enjoying. Yes, I am enjoying my new car, the Raven. My other one's called the Ladybug. This one's called the Raven. I am. Thank you for asking, Tina. All right, so let's see now. Let me go ahead and take a couple of areas up here and cleaning up. I know, speaking. Oh, it sounds like the dentist. Just hang on. I'm not going to do a lot of it. Okay. All right. Now let's mix up a better blue. Let's see. I want to mix those two blues, I think. This one and this one. It's hard to probably tell on camera that they're. I'm going to clean off my sponge. So I'm just wiping it down over here. Clean off the little tool. And then let's get this blue here. Okay. So I'm just going to try to match it. That's too dark. This might be just right. Still not the exact color I want, but we can always put another layer of something else over it. Let's go ahead and do this first. A little bit in there. And over here. Okay, I'll clean that off and blend that out a little. There we go. All right. All right, let's see here. Get my baby wipe. Hi, Joanne. Am I missing anybody else coming in? Very okay. Thank you. It's coming along. All right. Now I could go ahead and spray it and then do something, a little something with the color pencil. Because I can always, once you spray it, you can still go back in and add more pan pastel. But that's going to be permanent. Now you can put more over the top and cover it up. Do you know what I mean? But that's permanent once you spray it. But I'm kind of liking this. I'm not unhappy with this. So I could probably go spray it and then come back and do a little pencil work. But here I'm again, you want to make sure that you get any place that there's pastel there, you want to clean it up. Okay, you want to clean it up. Little edges, little, like in between those leaves right there, in between that. And I'm just making a nice little look. Look how thin you can get that. You can get a little thin thing in there. Clean that up. I'm just looking to see where else I might need to get in between something. Right up here on this edge. And y'all probably can't see it, but all right. All right, I think I'm going to go spray this so we can do a little something. And then I'll show you some of my sticker ideas. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have fun with this. All right, so let me go ahead and just take this off of here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go, again, every page has got the finished thing and the one you work on. Both are one-sided. Okay, they're all one-sided. All right, so let's do that. Let me get my spray. I'm going to go out on the front porch, spray it, and I'll be right back. Let's take a sip of lemon water. Okay, I'll be right back. Where's my spray go? Ah, here it is. Be right back. Okay. All right. See what I'm missing in chat. No, I closed the door when I got pan pastels, loose pastels on the move. I keep that art room closed. All right, so I sprayed it, and now let me clip this back together. I want to show you real quick what my idea is for the stickers. All right, so, and I also got to show you my new sticker book. So I'll do that real quick. Let's move this off the table here. All right. So I want to use my John Derian sticker books. Let me back out. Hang on. Let's back out a minute. So you can see. So this is our situation here. Where we got everything going on. All right, so now I'm just going to move this to the side a little bit. Let's see it. Which way should I go? This way. So that, okay. So I want to use the John Derian sticker books. Oh, I'm gonna have to zoom back in one, I think. Hang on. And maybe brighten it back up just a tad. There we go. Okay, so I want to add some of his stickers to the finished page when I'm done. Now, mind you, I'll probably have to cut the stickers, cut the borders of the stickers out. Let's see, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. But colored casting. Thank you. Thanks, guys. All right. So let me show you some of the things, my ideas. Now, I'm just going to show you some of the ideas that I got. Okay, I do have these flowers. If I need some extra flowers, just because I picked them because based on the color. Okay, but that's really not the main thing. Okay, this one, I thought this sticker is an eye. Look, I might use that eye somewhere on the page. Okay, but this is out of book one. But out of book two, I have a couple other things. Like I thought maybe this knife, like down here, like cutting the stem, you know. And I thought I might have her standing in here somewhere. Like maybe right here. And then the knife, like she's cutting down the flowers. I'm just showing you some of the ideas I have. And then there's this one that I thought these birds, like some of these hummingbirds, some of these could be flying around in there. Some of, of course, I have to trim them up because there's a little, there's the border edge. Let's see if I can grab one. See how there's an edge to them? I'd have to cut those edges off. But then maybe have some of the birds flying around and then have her standing in there and the little knife cutting down the flower. Yes, and you give the eye, yeah. So I thought, and maybe the eye in there, in the center of one of them. I don't know. So anyway, I want to use some of the John Derian stickers on top of the finished page because I'm not afraid to ruin it. If it gets ruined, it's you learn something. So anyway, that's the process. Now this again is going to have pencil and all the little line work. I really want to try to use the Langau gel, but that will be a topper. Like that will be the final thing I do. Those lines right there, the veins, that will be the final thing I do other than the stickers. Okay, because I don't want to smear them or whatever. But let me go ahead and show you the other two while I'm showing sticker books. These are not John Derian, but these are sticker books that I got this weekend that are new. And I don't know what is about the sticker emporiums, but they have such a strong printy smell. Have y'all noticed that on if anybody has a sticker emporium? They're very heavily scented with either the glue or I don't know what it is. To me, it reminds me of It's not like sniffing glue. I don't want to say that, but it does have a strong printy sniff. Okay, but they're very pretty. They're very pretty. Okay, I'm going to give y'all a little flip through of these. Okay, let me tell you what they are. Again, the sticker emporium, and the other book that I have by them is the Flora Mundi. No, let's see, what is it called? The Aquatopia, and the Woodlands. But I've already shown those. I mean, I'll show you the covers. And so these, at least they're new to me. I had not seen these before. Okay, and they were $12.99 plus discount or whatever. Like, and Kat just put a link into Amazon. They may be cheaper there. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and flip them and see they got the backings. And you can always use those backing papers. Now, about a little over a third of the book are papers. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the fantasy and fable one too. Okay, so I'm going to just do a flip just so y'all can see. So y'all can see whether you want to purchase them or not. I'll save y'all the money because you can't look at them unless you go to the bookstore or cause you can't see the inside of them on Amazon anymore. I'm excited about getting my cozy mystery, and if y'all missed that earlier, the the new cozy mystery series that I read, and I'm kind of skipping over see, there's a paper in between. There's paper in between each one. I mean, backing, which you could use. See, after you use the stickers, you could use that paper. A snail, yeah. I thought about some, bugs, but I thought I don't know if I want to do bugs with the lady standing there. We'll see. And there's this cool squirrel in here too that I thought this one. I said that would be cool. Not just cut out the this and have the squirrel on the flower. And now here's all the papers. See, the rest of it's paper. Maybe about half of it. It's all paper. And the paper is very different. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. And the ISBN, although Kat's already put in the link, 979-890-19391-9. And that's the Floribunda. Floribunda. Okay, and then this one is the Fantasy and Fable. Okay, same thing. The ISBN on this one is 979-890-19391-93926. Okay. I know, right? You can use the backing papers when you're done with the stickers. Exactly. Exactly, Arlene. Hold it up here. And see, I thought about using some of the little fairies and fauna on the flowers as well, but I really want to try to use the John Derian sticker books on the John Derian color book, because a lot of these would go, on those flowers. Is the paper sticky back or is it double? Yeah, no. Like if you take this off right here, that's not sticky. That's the backing. So there's no sticker on this. There's no sticker on this. It would just be that shiny paper. The sticker paper, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, Devin. But isn't it cool? I'll show you the other book. I won't flip through the other books because I've done those before, but I'll show you the other Sticker Emporium ones. Okay, now we're getting into the papers here. And these are not stickers, these are just papers. Which you could use with the stickers. Do you know what I mean? You can make a collage using the paper and the stickers. Postcards, art cards, ATCs, whatever. Whoops, let's go. Yeah. So, all right, let me get my chair to roll back. Okay, so that's Fantasy and Fable and the Floribunda. Those are the new ones, but I also have the Woodland. Now, I love this one, and it's got 1,000, so it's bigger. It's bigger than the other ones. It's probably more expensive too. Yeah, $24.99. Maybe they figured people weren't going to buy $24.99 ones, but they'd buy $12.99. But I love this book. This is one of my favorites, Woodlandia, and you can see there's a lot of stickers missing in this one because I've used this a lot. And then again, they got the papers in the back. Okay. And that one is Woodlandia. I love this one. And I think I got one more. Let's see. Yeah. This one's fairly new. I might have another one. I'll look. This one's fairly new, and it's one of the bigger ones as well, like the Woodlandia one. See, it's one of the thick, bigger ones. These two that I just got over the weekend, see, they're the $12.99 or whatever I said they were. Those are smaller. These are $24.99. But and Amazon, they might be cheaper too. But Aquatopia, and again, this one's really nice too. And I've used it. You see, we're going to see spaces torn out or peeled out. I haven't used it a lot, but I've used it a little. And then when you get toward the back here, these are all papers. Okay. Then I think I got one more. Yeah, here it is. And this one is one of the, oh wait, no, not that one. I got to show this one too, but that's not the one I want to show. Hang on. Sticker, I'm just looking for sticker emporiums. I thought I had one other one besides this one. But I'm looking. I think the only other sticker emporium one I got is my Mary Englebright. This might be the only other sticker emporium, the brand. And this is the Mary Englebright one. There may be other ones out there, but I don't, I don't go hunting them up very often. I will hunt up John Derian, but I don't, especially now that I knew there was a book too and nobody told me about it. This is the Mary Englebright one. And it's one of the smaller or the thinner sets that are $12.99. So, yeah, so you can see the three. There's the two different sizes. These ones are $12.99. These ones are $24.99. These are the new, these two I had a couple of, I've had this one a while. This one I've had a couple of weeks. And then these are the two brand new ones that I just got. So, love me some sticker books. I do use my sticker books. I do use them. All right, let's see. But I do want to use my John Derian in this, just because it's the John Derian. Okay, let's zoom back in a minute. Okay. There we go. All right, let's see if I can get it to, let's take the autofocus off. Let's see if I can get it to autofocus pretty well. Turn the brightness down just a little, maybe. That's pretty good. Okay. I don't want to focus it to this because this is not focused, right? This is not blended out. There's how focused it looks. Okay. Bye, CB. So now I need a tray. Hang on. I'm going to need to get a tray. I think it's in the other room. Where's my tray? Let me go grab my tray. Hang on. My working tray. So I can clean my desk off and yet still have everything together that I want organized. Okay, let's zoom out one. I gotta zoom out one. Okay. Well, I'll zoom out until I start actually coloring. All right, so I'm going to put the colors that I'm using on this tray. All my, keep it all like off the desk, if you will. Okay. Along with my sponges, my erasers, my tools, and my paper towel, my little brush. Oh, here's a white one over there. Okay, I think that's it. All right, now since I handled all those, let me clean off my hands again so they're all ready to use again on Wednesday if I need to. We'll see. All right, so now what I want to do is keep that right there. I'll have to move it so the cats can't get up there and get it, of course. But let's see. Now I'm going to pick pencils, okay? So y'all can just watch. This is the process. Okay, let's see. That goes over here. What else? Um, looking around. Oh, this is almost dry now. I've got, I hesitate to show them because they're not done yet, but I will because y'all didn't get to see me work on them. But this has got the first layer of varnish on. It's going to have 2 layers of varnish. So I did a whole series of girls like from more current time, and then I used Tim Holtz heads like the back in the hills of time, if you will. And I don't know, it's kind of fun. So, and this is the only one that's varnished. The others are not even varnished at all. Thanks, Kat, putting in my email. I'll put another coat of varnish on this. These others have not been varnished at all. They're not quite done. I see how I added the pink to these like starshine things. Well, I'm going to do the same thing on these with a different color. So, but they're all in different stages. So you can kind of see. I used a bunch of Tim Holtz heads. And so I've got to finish up all the coloring in the mist, if you will. So, but this one is fun disc, yeah. So I'm doing a bunch of those. And Devin, I don't know if you saw it. I have a picture. I'll show it on my camera. I mean, on my phone. The suitcase. I did bring it up close. The actual suitcase this morning, but I do have a picture of it here. All right, let's see. So this is the suitcase. Now this is not glued down. Here's how you can kind of contain or keep up with your layout. If you don't, well, this is all just sitting on the suitcase, and the suitcase is 2 feet by, it's at least a foot deep, 10, 12 inches deep. And then this top part, this is probably 18, 20 inches by 24 inches maybe. I don't know exactly. I'll measure it later. But anyway, so this is the layout that I have for the suitcase. See? And all the background, it's all going to be pink, teal, and yellow. So that's the layout of the suitcase. They're cool, yeah. Hi, Jane. Oh, you saw? Okay. Well, I wasn't sure because you're quite busy, Devin. Let's see. All right. So let me go ahead, and while we're sitting here with I got all my 4th of July stuff here for the week. I got all this stuff here. There's my soccer ball, my Arlene card, my flowers, my flags, my lights. It's all in there for 4th of July, along with my bracelets, my fingernails, my watch. Oh, celebration. Okay, let's see. So now let me go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead, and I have my pencil case here that's got a set of Prismacolor in. Y'all know I also have my Prismacolor silverware tray, as Denise calls it. When it's in the silverware tray, it's the crap pencils. When it's in a case, it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Faithful, come in. Hi, Faithful. If I missed you. So this is my Prismacolors, and I'm just going to go ahead and use those. Oh, and if y'all missed it, I did finish the little soccer ball with that Denise sent. She sent those. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of just go through, and based off, let me see if I go this way maybe. Based off the colors here, I'm going to just start picking pencils, and then I'll put them on my tray here with my pastels, so all the colors are together. And then I might even go through the Langau and pick out my colors that I'm going to use for the veining. Okay, crap pencils are in a green bean can. Well, the ones I use all the time, yeah, they're in my silverware tray one, but I thought I wanted to make sure I had access to all the colors that I might need. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to need probably this pink and a mauve color. This probably color here, even though it's not sharpened. Let me sharpen it so I can see the color here. A mauve What's going on? So it's kind of a mauvey color and a pink color. And I'm going to need a light pink too. Is that going to be, that's almost too flesh color, but we'll roll with it for a minute. I'm just looking at all the colors. Let's see. I don't know if I need, oh, no, maybe that one. No, that's kind of the same. I just start off with this base colors, and then as I'm going, I said, well, that's not quite the shade that I want. Of course, I'm going to need black and white. I'll just pull a white here. So I'm just kind of picking these. All right, now let's see. This yellow might be too bright, but we'll pick a yellow for the centers. All right, so there's the pink color and the yellow. No greens right here. So let's see. There's no. All right, so then let's go over here to the greens. And I'm going to need a couple of olive colors. This one is artichoke. It's kind of a olive green. And then I'm going to need a brighter green. And then I'm going to need kind of a green and a dark green. So we'll go with, I'll tell you all the colors I picked. I usually don't do that, but I'll do it today. All right, those colors, and I'm probably going to need a mint green, like this light mint green. Okay, I'll tell you the colors in a minute. All right, now the purples and a blue here. I'm going to need a couple of blues. I'm probably going to need this blue and maybe this blue and one dark one for the very, very darks. Okay, there. Oh, no, I think I'd rather go with this one than that one. Okay, let's go with this one. I can always go back. They're not going anywhere. Okay, then the purples over here. I'll go with my the light base color, and then a medium, and probably a couple of, maybe 3 of those, and then the red violet colors. That one. And do I need one more light? Well, maybe that might be it for now. Okay. Do I need another blue, purple, a purpley blue? Maybe not. All right. We're just going to go with that. And then, all right, I'm just going to pull those for now. And then here's the rest of the colors here. All right. So let's go with, oh, wait, I might need that other mauvey color. No, we'll stop with this. All right. So I'll tell you the colors that I picked for this so far. Are you still with the tour? All right. So for the yellow, I just picked canary yellow. Okay. Canary yellow. All right. Let's zoom in again. Hang on. Let's zoom back in. Okay. Canary yellow. And then for the pinks, well, then there's a white too. And then the colors in the flowers, I got light peach. Oh, you know what? I'm probably going to need that some kind of that green, blue green for the shading in there. I'll go back in a minute. All right, so there's that. Then the pink I got is just blush pink. And then I got this one for the shading is clay rose. Look how perfect that is. You probably can't see. Clay rose. And then, oh, this green might work. No, let me hang on. Let me look at my greens real quick. This one, what is that? Oh, no, this is a metallic, I think. No, is that Celadon? Yeah, that's the color I need. Celadon. This green for that bit of green that you see right in there. So that'll be for that flower. Then for the leaves and stems, rather, I got 4 greens. I got kelp green, spring green, Kelly green, and artichoke, which is like an olive color. Okay, then for the purple flower, oh wait, and then I also got, there's a little bit of mint color, pale sage. There's a little bit of pale sage in these leaves right there. Okay, so that's for the greens. Then for the purple and blue flower, iris, I got orchid, amethyst, Oh, you can't see. I was hoping you could see the colors as I laid them out here. Let's see. Let me get my little. Okay, then I got Parma Violet. That's how you say it. P-H-A-R-M-A. P-A-R-M-A, Parma Violet. Then I got dark purple. See that purple right there? Dark purple. Then for the blue section, I got cobalt blue hue, ultramarine, and indigo blue. So there's all the pencil colors. I got my little snail there holding up. So there's all the colors for the penciling. Am I missing anything in chat? Probably. Look at you listening. I know, right? I just don't do that. You like clay, Rose? If y'all miss, let me just stop real quick before I get into the Lang gals. I want to show Tina's again. She's working on Leon's journey. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Here, and you can see it on Instagram. But look at Tina's working on Leon's journey. Look at it. It's so good. Look at the shine on that ladybug. And look at I love these frogs, Tina. You did good on those frogs. Right, guys? And then over here, this cat's over here. Look at these flowers and that butterfly. So she's working in Leon's journey, which I'm trying to. But Tina's actually making an effort to complete the whole book. Eventually, I'm sure she has to switch off different books because she got tired of the same thing. But yeah, so Tina is Catacomic 64 on IG. I posted a picture on Instagram coloring collab with Joanne. Okay, let me go see. Now, Missy, is your name Missy? Y'all know I have to have your exact names to find you because I do not have y'all's names. I have Tina's memorized. Let's see. All right, let me look. Missy. Is it Missy Creation? Missy? What? Tell me the exact name, Missy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Missies. And none of them are Missy Johnson. I need your exact name on IG, Missy. And is it with Joanne? Are you with her? Can I find it under Joanne? Joanne Newman is Joanne Newman on IG, but Missy is not Missy Johnson. Okay, I'm not seeing an answer. Okay, we'll see if she answers. Okay. All right, so there we go. Now let me go ahead and go to the Langau, which I pulled. All right, let me move my pencils here. These, I want to remember that they're in the case. Then my Langau gel pens. Missy Creations. Okay, Missy Creations. Okay, here we go. And is that it? Is this it, Missy? Is this the one you're talking about? I don't see it with Joanne, but this is your newest post. That's the newest one. Is that the one you're talking about? I like it. Very colorful. I love those giraffes. Okay. Is that the one you're talking about? That's the newest post there. You posted yours separately, Joanne? All right, let's see if I can find Joanne's. Are y'all coloring the same page like a color, buddy color? Joanne. Yeah, there's Joanne. So that must be what you're talking about. So there's Joanne's. Okay, there's Joanne's. So they did a buddy color. Well, it's when y'all color the same thing, you know? Very cool. Y'all welcome. Thank you for letting me know. I just have to know the names. All right, so here's my Langaus. And let me back out again. Hang on. I did put them all. Now these came in one box in little boxes. So like all the pinks, I don't remember how many were in each little box, but like there'd be one box, two box, three box, four, little boxes, and they all came in a bigger box. I don't know how many, and I think you can buy them all separate. Like you can buy a set of pinks, greens, browns. I think you can buy them like that too. But I've had mine at least a year, and it's probably longer because I'm not very good on time, remembering time situations. So, but these are all the Langau, and what's nice about them is they're very pointy, and they will move with water. So this is why I was saying that I won't use these until the very end of the, like here's a nice dark purple for the lines. I won't use these until the very end because if I do any more spraying, the fixative might move these. Do you know what I mean? So, but look how tiny they are. And I think you can get them in a bigger tip as well. But these are the smallest ones. I think it's a 0.5. Is it on there? I don't think it's on there, but I think it's a 0.5. So they're very tiny, and so they're good for those kind of tiny details, like in those veins, right? Yeah. But I don't want to use it and then spray again. I may not, we'll see if I use how much more I use the pan pastels or if I use the pan pastels again at all. If I don't, and I just go in with pencil now and start using pencil, then that doesn't need to be sprayed. The pencil doesn't need to be sprayed. They become permanent. You think? Have you tried to spray them, Devin? Have you tried to spray them with a fixative to see if they move? But Devin said they become permanent after they're dry. Okay. Now this one here, I'm going to need almost like this color here. There's no names on them, but I'll hold them up just so y'all can see. All right, let me just move this out of the way because it's enough to remind me. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up here. Okay, so look, this purple for the lines, for those lines, for the veins, and then on here, this one for the veins. Look how good that matches up. I don't know if it shows, but so yeah, that's my plan. So the next thing is the pencils, shading, and getting the details on top of my pan pastels, and then the lines with this. So let me put a rubber band around these. Get over here in my rubber band bowl. Okay, so now I'll keep these till Wednesday because y'all asked me to, continue this on Wednesday. So I'm not going to touch it till Wednesday. I got this. I got my pan pastel tray. Whether I use them again or not, I'll leave them out at least till I'm finished because if I put them away, I'm never going to remember. I did not write any of this. I didn't write any of this down. So there's my, this is the project for Wednesday. This has already been sprayed, so I can close the book and it's not going to transfer over. It shouldn't if I sprayed it correctly. All right, so there we go. And now what I want to do here is I'll take I got to show y'all. I made a note too to show y'all my paper sale. All right, so let's put this right down here from earlier, and then I can put that on top so no pastel gets on there. And there's our Wednesday show, all right here. Okay. Now I do want to show you something I got at Hobby Lobby. All right, where am I going to put this? Let me put it over here on my other crap pencils. All right. And let me stack up my pan pastel just so the cats don't get on them. Because I'm going to leave this out on the floor, but they got their plastics on them, so they should be good. And then my John Derian sticker books are right here for Wednesday. Okay. All right. Now, at Hobby Lobby, let me back up. Well, I think I'm backed up good. Here. Let's see here. At Hobby Lobby, they had, and then we'll head out. Let me kind of straighten out there we go. Hobby Lobby had a And you got to kind of look for it. So if you have a Hobby Lobby, and Janet's was in a different place than mine, her big papers. You know, the big me tins, the pastel papers, the watercolor papers. Now, my Hobby Lobby does no longer carries Arches or any of the, name brand watercolor papers, but they carry my mean tin, I don't know, me tins, anyway, the pastel papers, and they were all marked down, all of them. But they're over by the other side, like there's the sketchbooks. It's over in the art section. They have the sketchbooks, then they have the racks of paper. Let me show you. I put them under here. The racks of paper, I'll show you what I got. This one got a little something on it, but I'll tell you what they are. This is Canson. So Canson, I'll tell you the ones I got. And this is a heavy one. This is one of the heavy ones. I think I got two of them. Yeah. I would say it's probably about a 90, maybe it should say, maybe it'll say on there. 40, it says maybe 40 something pound. 300 GSM. So it's a good thick one. But it's a Canson. It's normally $2.49 a sheet. All these are red clearance. So if you go to Hobby Lobby, look for these clearance papers. 49 cents. 49 cents for this nice big textured. It's textured. It's not watercolor paper. It's textured, like pastel type paper. 49 cents. I got two of those. Two of those. Or three of those. Okay, this one I think is, it's the same. So I got three of those. Three of the just off white. They're not quite white. They're not really cream. So I got three of those for 49 cents each. Then I got two. I think I got two of these here. And these are thin now. These are the meat. Now this is the Strathmore. Strathmore Tone Blue. Normally, what was it normally? 99 cents? I don't know what it was normally. I think it was normally just 99 cents, but they're 24 cents. These are 24 cents. I know, right, Kat? These were 24 cents. Strathmore. Got two of those. I didn't go cray with it. I got one. Did I get one? I'm just going to look through here. Yeah, I got one of this color. This one, Tone Tan, Strathmore, 99 cents for 24 cents. Tone Tan. I got a couple other colors down in here. Let's go with those here. I got the Canson. What weight is this? 50 pound, I think. $1.99 normally, and it's kind of like a blue gray for 49 cents. Just one of those. One of these dark browns. This is the MI-TEINMT. Me Tim's. Anyway, it's like it's made for pastel. It's not showing it. It's the flat. Let me turn that on the brightness. The brightness has flashed it out here. It's a dark, there we go. It's a dark chocolate brown, and it was normally $2.99. That one was 74 cents. The me tints or whatever they're called, they were a little more expensive. They were 74 cents. They're normally $2.99, and this is like a cocoa brown. And then I got two of these other Strathmores that were $1.49, and these, of course, the light went away on the white paper. Okay, I was brightening it back up again. And these, there we go. These are like cream color, and they're normally $1.49 Strathmore for 37 cents. So they're all a little different. I got two of those. So, and they were 37 cents. I don't know how but anyway, I missed something. Faithful said there. She said, Janet said you. Oh, so anyway, and there's a couple different sizes. Like these ones right here. The me tints or my tints. I don't know how you say it, but it's the pastel ones. They're a little larger size. But anyway, so I got all those for, just a couple of bucks, really. So I did put them up under my table here, but that's not going to last. So let me put them over here. Anyway, so I think that's it for today, guys. I think that's it for today. Those big papers, I might make let me make a note to make a, what's her name? Starts with a T. What's her name? She makes the folded journals. Tisha Moore. That's the first place I ever saw these giant papers made it into a folded journal was Tisha Moore 15 years ago. I don't know. But she makes those folded journals out of one big sheet. Maybe we'll make one of those next week. Because if we're going to do on Wednesday, if we're going to do the finish up the John Derian, so maybe we'll do this next week. The Tisha Moore folded journal. Okay, we'll do that. I made a note. Got a note. Let's see. Got that. I got to pin the swap number. Look for the Lorraine color book. And okay. So, all right. So I think I got all my notes here done. So I guess we'll head on out, guys. I appreciate it. Any last minute questions? Hoping everything goes well with your hubby's surgery once again, Devin. And yeah, so go celebrate if you're in the States. Even the Europeans. I love the Scots. Well, on my mom's side, my grandma's side, they're from Scotland, and Samantha did her DNA, and her major DNA is Scotland. I said I want to marry her off to a nice Scot. Is that terrible? I want to marry her off to a nice Scot. Anyway, I'm just loving all the videos of everybody, the soccer, the FIFA, everybody enjoying our country, and it's really so refreshing, guys. If you're not watching any of those videos, you need to, because you will be so happy. Okay, guys, y'all have a great rest of your day. And I'll be getting some papers. All right, Leona. All right, guys. Don't forget, Janet comes on at 1 Eastern, and maybe she'll show her conspiracy theory journal again. All right, guys. Bye.